Hey, where you guys been? I haven't seen you in a while. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I have no excuse other than just, life just sometimes gets very busy. Today I want to show you, this is my Ceriatone Chupacabra 100. I'm going to recheck the bias on the power tubes. I put these tubes in about 4 months ago and I biased them then. But just after about 4 months of them burning in, I want to just recheck the bias on these tubes. Let me show you. The tubes that came with this amp are JJ EL34s and JJ preamp tubes. Now, I did change the tubes in these. I took the JJs out. I'm going to use those as a backup. We're just going to keep them as a spare set. These are Svetlana EL34s. I just like the, I don't know, I just like the punch of these better. Do power tubes in an amp like this really make a huge difference in tone? I'm going to argue not really. At volume, you can, at a louder volume, you can tell a little bit of a difference. But these amps, like this is kind of like modeled after a hot rodded Marshall, like the Jose modded Marshalls of the 80s. But this has a few more bells and whistles. But I want to show you something that's unique about this amp that I really love. Let me show it to you. Okay, this amp has 4 separate bias pots. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a separate bias pot for each tube. So if you had a set of tubes that weren't matched, you can use them in here just fine, because you can separately bias each tube. I found these tubes and they were very closely matched, but just having the option of, in case you don't have a matched set, you can still bias it properly and have it run efficiently with 4 separate bias pots and the bias points, checkpoints there. So, all right, so let's test. I did go ahead and check the plate voltage when I first put these in. I was running about 433 volts. So Ceriatone suggests to run these at like 65% dissipation. So that puts it between 35 and 37 millivolts at the test points. So that's what I put it at, and just went by their suggestion. They said that it should run at like 430 volts, plate volts. These were like 433. I don't have a power conditioner. That could have been the difference with what was coming in from the outlet. So, all right, let's bias this up and check it out and give it a test run. Okay, this has been warming up for about 15 or 20 minutes now. Got my multimeter set up, and we're going to check out the bias. We're going to check the millivolts. We check it in millivolts and not milliamps, because at the test points, it does run through a bias resistor. All right, hook up the common. Check the first tube. All right, let's flick it off the standby. Just kind of let it settle in. All right, this one's running at 37.4. I want to set these around 37, give or take a little. So that one's good. Second tube, 37.5, 37.6. That's good. I'm going to leave it at that. Well, so far so good. They've held their bias. Okay, this one's running at 35.2. So it's my third tube in. I'm going to go with the third bias adjustment point and get it closer to 37. They're real touchy. These are real sensitive controls too. Just slight movement will adjust it. Okay, 37.4, 37.5, 6. That's close. That's good enough. Fourth tube. It's running at 38, 38.1. That's good. Let's just see if we can knock it down just a little bit. I think 38 would be fine because, like I said, I'm only running at 65%. $37.6. That's close enough. So we're going to recheck them again because sometimes when you make an adjustment at one point, it can kind of fluctuate the others just from the power supply. So we just kind of even them up. See, now the first one's at 38.5. It's good to run through them and check them. One thing I've noticed about this amp, and it's true with most tube amps, that when they get warm, when they get hot, man, they sound better. This amp, when it gets cooking, when these tubes get cooking, it just sounds phenomenal to me. The hotter you get it, the better it sounds. All right, let's drop this one down a little bit. Oh, great, my battery alarm just went off. All right, 36.9. See, these are real sensitive. There you go, 37.6. $37.4. Knock that one down just a hair. 37.6. Check them again. 37.8. That's fine. There we go. So overall, these held bias pretty well after 4 months of playing and burning them in. Well, there goes my battery, but I got them all checked. They're all good. So got to get some new batteries for my multimeter. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and button this up, put the back on, and actually before I button it up, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, give it a test run, see how it sounds, play it for a while, and replace my batteries and recheck it again. If anything changes, if there's anything different after I play for a bit, I'll check them. And if I need to do any more adjusting, I'll just kind of fine adjust it after, I don't know, 20 minutes, a half hour of playing at volume. So yeah, before I button it up, I'm going to give it a run. Okay, just to show you my chain here, I go from my guitar into my Ceriatone. I have both my EVH cabinets hooked, and I'm recording using just a Shure SM57, just slightly on the edge of the cone, and into this Focusrite preamp and right into a tablet, a recording program. So that's it. That's my signal chain. Okay, I think the amp is sounding pretty good. I got it dialed into the tone that I like. It's doing its job. Sounds good. Unfortunately, I'm not doing my job with my playing. It's time I stop goofing around, start practicing some more, knocking the rust off. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTube stuff. Hopefully it won't be so long in between videos. So I appreciate every one of you, and I'll catch you in the next video.